be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot. What's the deal? What's going on, my good people? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Wednesday. I hope you all are doing well. If this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. Pull up a seat. I hope you enjoy the content. And before we get into this food, I want to ask that you like, comment, share, subscribe. Go ahead and tap that bell while you're at it so you're notified anytime I drop a brand new video, go live, or schedule a premiere. All right, y'all. So today we are having some stuffed salmon and maple glazed carrots. Ooh-wee. Y'all see all that stuffing? These carrots is nice and glazed. It's my first meal of the day. I am dying to eat, okay? For real. Been in the kitchen for what has felt like all day. It really has. I'm back here eating. Okay. Let me get some stuffing. Okay, let's see. Let me give y'all a piece of this stuffing as well. Uh-oh. My God. Yes. Yes. That is so good. Woo! I love the flavors. I'm gonna tell you what's in it. And some of y'all may have already seen the cooking video. There is a cooking video that came out the day before. So the video right before this is a full-length cooking video of me making this meal. The glaze on the carrots. This glaze will make me a fan of carrots. It's a purple carrot. And not that I don't like carrots, it's just they're not my favorite. Okay. So the salmon is stuffed with cream cheese, Gouda, garlic, some minced garlic, and some sauteed kale. Bomb. Seasoned it and everything. Listen, this is all right with me. It's raining outside. This feels all comforting. Damn, this is a good idea. This is so good. Y'all, I am making a mess. Salmon got a nice crust on it. And I'm going to tell you the flavor that I taste is my good as can be Cajun lemon pepper. I can taste it. It got the salmon. It got it fire. It's fire. It took the salmon to another level for sure. It's so good. If anybody wants to get my seasoning, I'm currently sold out, but I will be restocked on January 1st. So y'all come through and get that good. Them carrots so tender. Got me some water. How y'all doing? Y'all ready for 2021? It's around the corner. That's a couple days from now. Shout out to everybody that came through, the members that came through for the vision board party. Got my vision board hanging up in my room, y'all. I'm excited. I'm ready for these new goals and, you know, new intentions, just new energy in the new year, and just trying to remain as hopeful as I can. I know that this year has been tough for all of us. But you know, I'm still remaining hopeful, still remaining prayerful. I believe that the worst is behind us, hopefully. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about the new year. I'm not doing nothing. I'm being home at the house with the parents. We're gonna be chilling. But I'm excited though. I'm looking forward to just, you know, like a clean slate. You know, like I know that, you know, COVID is not going anywhere anytime soon, but still, I'm just looking forward to some newness. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, this Gouda with this cream cheese. I am gonna do a story time. Y'all know that I am a woman who has worn many hats. And there's a hat that I have not told y'all about. I'm surprised. I forgot all about this. But once upon a time, I was a basketball coach, y'all. I know that's random. I know it is. And it's not even something I wanted to be, but it happened. And, you know, for a little context, I'm a huge, huge diehard Laker fan. Huge NBA fan. Like, I love basketball. And I have loved basketball since 1986, y'all. So I'm a big fan of basketball. You know, I understand the rules of the game. I understand how the game has evolved, all of that good stuff. And y'all know I played basketball in high school. I wanted to play ball in college, but I was too short for the position that I played. So I didn't play in college, which is fine. But I never saw myself being a coach. This is not something that I wanted to do. It was not on my radar at all. So let me go ahead and get into this story time. Y'all, these carrots. What I love is that, so the glaze on this carrots is very simple. All it is maple syrup, is cinnamon, nutmeg, and butter. That's it. So you roast the carrots a little bit, put the glaze on it, put it back in the oven. It's not too sweet. That's what I love. Like, I don't like stuff that's overly sweet, and this glaze is perfect. This just felt like a hug. The whole meal. So let's go ahead and get into this story. All right, so I was about 18, 19 years old at this point, and I was out of high school for about a year and a half. And, you know, I was in college. I was a commuter. So I was going back and forth between home and school. I wanted to be on the track team, but something happened. Like, I was going to do shot put and discus on the track team, but that didn't work out. Like I said, I didn't pursue basketball in college because I was too short. So I'm just kind of doing my thing. I don't really have any extracurricular activities, which felt weird because I was so actively involved in high school. Like, I was doing everything in high school, especially like my senior year. So one day I get a phone call, and it's a teacher from my high school. Let's just call him Mr. Gordon. You know, I get a phone call. The number is not stored in my phone. I answer it. I'm like, hello? He was like, hey, what's going on, Rhonda? Hope you don't mind that I called. It's Mr. Gordon. I was like, from my high school? He was like, yeah, how's it going? I was like, everything's good, you know? So he was like, well, I know that this call may seem very strange. He was like, but you know, I'm still working at the school, but I also work at the YMCA. And I thought that you would be, you know, we need a coach for a team. And the team's, you know, the team is about 7 to 8 year olds. And he was like, we need a coach. And you were the first person that came to mind. I was like, are you serious? He was like, yeah. He was like, you know, you get along with people well. You have to interact with the parents. You know, you got to, you know, practice with the kids once a week. You guys have games every Saturday. You got about 15 games. He was like, now the downside of this is that it's volunteer. So I was like, okay, you know, I love kids. I love basketball. And you know me, my curiosity just wouldn't let me say no. So I'm like, I was like, yeah, you know, I'm down. And I felt like, too, you never know what that could turn into. You never know who you could meet. You never know if you might find another passion in your life or anything like that, right? So I'm like, sure, when do I start? He was like, all right, he might have called me on like a Tuesday and was like, practice is Thursday, game Saturday. So I'm like, dang, all right. Okay, I'm in. So I'm like wrapping my mind around the fact of what I just committed to. You know what I'm saying? Like, should I have taken a little time and thought about it? You know what I'm saying? And really understood what I was getting myself into. Because that's a big commitment. And like you said, dealing with parents, dealing with kids, personalities, attitudes, playing time, all those things, right? So Thursday rolls around. And I'm nervous, y'all. I'm nervous because I know how parents can be about their kids. And I don't want nobody to be doing too much. So I get to the YMCA, pull up in there. Heart is racing. Mr. Gordon is standing outside to meet me. I go up to him. How's it going? We small talk a little bit. I got there early. He's catching me up on what's been going on, you know, at my old high school, you know, yada, yada, yada. Cars start pulling into the parking lot. I meet the parents. Everybody seems really nice. And we're doing, you know, we have the practice going. And he's kind of filling me in on what the kids already know, what kind of offense they have, what kind of defense they run. And really just kind of giving me the rundown on where every player is, because every player is at a different level, right? So one little boy, let's just call him Jonathan. Jonathan was a baller. Soon as the way he walked up, I could tell he was a baller. Mind you, he like 7 or 8 years old. He's Nike from head to toe. He got on a sweatband, wristband. He got on all kind of stuff. But I could just tell he could play. He get on the court, dribbling the ball through his legs, dribbling the ball behind his back, you know, twisting the ball in his finger, taking jump shots, half-court shots, three-point shots. I'm like, damn, he's good. Like, he's a really good player. So he's good. All right, boom. So I established that who my star player would be. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm looking at everybody else. So I'm not going to lie to you. I have my hands full. It was a couple other players that were pretty good, but it was going to be a lot of work in terms of like even just fundamentals. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like this needs to be an environment for kids to have fun. Winning is important, but it's not the most important thing. Like, that's not the main thing that we need to do here. There's so many areas that we can focus on, you know what I'm saying? And they're kids, you know? But God's sake, they're kids, like they're young. So, meet the parents. I'm kind of seeing where everybody is. I kind of like run a little light offense with them. The kids pick it up very easily. They seem excited about me. I'm excited about them. I'm learning their names. We high-fiving and stuff like that. So everything seems cool, right? Boom. So Saturday rolls around. And let me say this too. So on Thursday, I had to establish a snack schedule, you know, because the parents have to be responsible for bringing the kids snacks and water and stuff on Saturday. So I went ahead and sorted out a schedule for who was going to bring it, you know, upcoming Saturday, and then the next Saturday and so forth for the rest of the season. So we have a whole entire schedule, right? So Saturday comes around. I'm nervous. It's my first game. I don't have an assistant coach. It's just me and the kids. Okay. Now, when I talked to Mr. Gordon, he was like, I am in the process of looking for an assistant coach to get you some help or whatever. You know, just in case you can't make it to a practice, just in case you can't make it to a game. I don't want you to have too much pressure on yourself. So I'm like, all right, cool, you know, but no problem. I can swing things right now. I'm sure I can take care of it. So first game, I knew who my starting five was going to be. Got them together, get them in the game. You know, again, I'm nervous. I'm a ball of nerves. But the nerves go out the window because, of course, Jonathan gets the ball, goes up for two. He dribbles, does a fancy around the back move. He quickly stops, jump shot, makes it all net. Boom. So we're on the board, 2 points. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I kind of feel a little calm because the kids are out there. They're running the offense. They look comfortable, you know, that whole thing, right? So everything is going well, you know what I mean? So we are through like the first quarter. So now we in the second quarter and I make substitutions. I felt like it was very important for every kid to play. That was going to be my strategy every single game. Obviously, every kid is not going to play the same amount of time, but my strategy was for every kid to play. Because I really feel like being 7 or 8 years old, sitting on the bench makes you, I don't want to like reinforce anything about you not being good enough. You get what I'm saying? Even if you only play a couple of minutes, I still feel like it was important for every kid to play. So I rotate the players. I got parents trying to catch my attention, but I just don't, I don't even respond because I'm working right now and I'm the coach and I'm doing what needs to be done. This is what I feel like is best for the team. So of course, you know, let's say that the quarter was probably like, I don't know, 5-6 minutes, y'all, wasn't that long. About 2 or 3 minutes into the quarter, the kids who were in there looked exhausted. And I felt like that it was time to go ahead and switch. So I went ahead and switched out some more players, you know, made some substitutions, yada, yada, yada. So when I made the substitutions, of course, the parents stopped talking, right? They was happy about the 5 that were on the court. So we make it through the first game. We don't win. We lose by only a couple of points. You know, the kids did good. They did as best they could. You know, they had fun. They didn't give up. They weren't blown out. I want to say they lost by maybe like 4 to 6 points, something like that. So afterwards, we huddle. You know, well, let me say this. So once the game is over, you know, they give a high five to the other team. I high five the other coach. Well, you know, shake the coach's hand. And then we huddle as a team. And it went well, you know. The mom that was responsible on the schedule for that day, she bought in snacks. Kids had the snacks, boom, boom, boom. I felt like parents were eyeballing me a little bit, but nobody pulled me to the side or anything like that afterwards. You know, we go ahead and say, all right, cool, I'll see you guys on Thursday for practice. We're going to start running a brand new offense. We're going to work on some plays. We're going to work on some drills and stuff like that. We're going to run. So be ready to be here for like an hour and a half. Boom. So we established that. So Thursday comes around, we go through everything I said we were going to do. I'm actually implementing the defense from my high school team. I'm implementing the last defense that I used to run in high school with the kids. And they seem to have a really good time running this play because it was called snare. And when I would yell out snare, everybody would run to their respective places on the court. They would like scatter. It's like they love knowing they had a designated place to be on the court, right? So the kids, we know we doing our defensive schemes. We doing this, we passing the ball, we doing layups, we doing a 3-man weave, we doing jump shots, we doing pivots, like we doing all kind of stuff, right? And I got them running, I got them, you know, you guys we need to be in shape if we're gonna be out here running, right? And you know, I want y'all to, you know, keep up on the court. Practice goes well. Saturday rolls around. I have pretty much the same strategy. Start with my strongest 5, and I'm rotating people in and out. Cool. We win the second game. Third week rolls around, same strategy. We win the third week. Fourth week rolls around, same strategy. We lose. So now in this fourth week, and let me say this too. In this fourth week, the parent who was on the schedule, she didn't bring the snacks. And, you know, the parents was going off on her for not bringing snacks. Now, mind you, I had snacks. I brought backup snacks in case somebody forgot. Because things happen, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't tripping off of her not bringing snacks because that was on her, you know what I mean? The kids have to have snacks. They look forward to it, whether they win, lose, or draw, or whatever, they want their snacks. So I had backup snacks in my car, and I had some juices and stuff too. So I'm like, look, I had to calm the parents down for going off on her about these snacks. Give the kids the snacks, everybody is settled down, and I think everything is cool, right? Nah. The parents who were going off on her now direct their energy towards me. And they're like, you know, Rhonda, we don't like the way that you're coaching. We really feel like so-and-so shouldn't be playing. They shouldn't play at all. They're not contributing to the team. Like when they go in, it changes the entire vibe, da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm like, look, all the parents in here are paying for their kids to be here. And I think it's very important, you know, for the kids to go in and contribute just even get off the bench, learn sportsmanship, teamwork, just, you know, physical activity. Like there's other things that matter here, in my opinion, versus just winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you save this kind of conversation for when the kids get more serious and they get older. Because right now, these kids don't even know if they even want to play basketball like that. The only kid that we know really is a baller is Jonathan. Everybody else out here because their parents signed him up. You get what I'm saying? So it's not that serious. Like, let's go out and have a good time. Of course, I'm going to try to win, but I mean, if we don't win, it's not the end of the world. So they talking to me, I'm talking to them, it's, you know, and I'm asking them, I'm like, you need to calm down. Like your tone, we can't do that. Like, I'm not yelling at you, so don't yell at me. Let's have a respectful conversation. I hear where you coming from or whatever. I'm like, I'm going to do my best to make sure that we get a win. I do realize that your son is our best player, but that also, he has a team. Like, he's not by himself. He cannot play these games by himself. And also, it's not about him being surrounded by the best people to make his stats and stuff look better. You get what I'm saying? Like, they were concerned that when he did share the ball, that the kids weren't going to make shots, which were going to affect his assists and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, we get past that conversation. We roll into the 5th week. We lose again. Same parents plus more parents are now having this conversation with me. And I'm like, look, y'all, I understand y'all concerned, but at the end of the day, I'm the coach, and I feel like I'm doing what's best for the team. I feel like, and I want it to be a team, whether we win or whether we lose. As long as the kids are out there giving their best, doing their best, trying to implement the offense and the defense that, you know, we're trying to run, I feel like that's what matters, you know. It's about winning. We won a trophy. And so I'm like, clearly y'all out here trying to live your best life because either you didn't make the team or you wanted to go to college and play ball and you didn't, or whatever the case may be. Now you projecting this onto your kids. And I was just like, yo. So we going back and forth. Mr. Gordon at one point had to get involved. That settles, right? So now we roll into the 6th week, y'all. And this particular week, we played against a team that was really, really good. And I even think they were undefeated. But the kids was hanging. The kids was hanging. They were going back and forth. They would score, we would score. We tied the game when it came down to 4th quarter. It ended up going into overtime. In overtime, I did have my best players playing. And we lost, you know. But the kids left it on the court. They left everything on the court. Like, they really showed a lot of progress, honestly, from the previous week. So, doing snacks, do our huddle. I think everything is all good. It's a different parent that pulls me to the side now. You know, Rhonda, we really could have won that game. Had you done this, this, and this in the 2nd quarter, it would have came down to this and going on. This person was full on going off at me, yelling at me, okay? I'm asking the woman to calm down. And she's like, no, I refuse to calm down because this is da-da-da-da-da-da. She started kind of chiming in or whatever. Another parent tried to calm her down. Then another parent came in and like piggybacked on what she was saying and blah, 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 blah. And they was yelling and being aggressive. And I was like, you know what? Look, I'm here volunteering because I want to be here, but I'm not here for this. So Mr. Gordon was there and I told him, I was like, look, I can't do it. I'm not doing it. That is not why I said yes to this position. I feel like you brought me here because you trusted me to do my job. And I'm not here for parents who want a second chance through their kids. I'm not here for that, for you to just be going off on me and disrespecting me and having no regard for, you know, what it is that I'm trying to bring as a coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything ain't about you and everything ain't about your kid. They're a team. You know what I'm saying? And no matter how you feel about some of these kids that may not be as good as your kid, they are a team nonetheless. They are. And they wasn't trying to hear it. So I was like, I gotta go. I'm not coming back. I'm done. So Mr. Gordon, of course, was trying to talk me into it. He was like, Rhonda, we halfway through the season. I'm like, no. Like, I mean, unless you want to give me some new kids, some new parents or something, it's a no. I can't do it. So Mr. Gordon, I think he had to coach maybe that following week or whatever, so they found somebody else. But I'm like, I can't do it. I would have loved to like made it through the whole season, but I'm not here to be disrespected by anybody. You know, like, it's not fair. And I felt like a lot of the parents too felt like they could talk to me any kind of way because I was young. But I'm like, no, like, I'm not disrespecting you guys. And I want respect in return. You know what I'm saying? So that one time I was a coach, y'all, them parents had me hot. It took everything in me not to like go off on them, you know, because I had to be professional. And I was like, nah. But it's so crazy. When I took the position, in my mind, I'm like, oh, okay. You know, maybe I'll be an assistant coach at like a Division I college or, you know, whatever. We're going to be on the road. All right, we're going to be running all kind of schemes. Y'all, I created a whole life in my head about this basketball thing. I mean, I love basketball, but coaching ain't for me. It ain't. I could be a coach, but it's not something that I want to do, you know. But I'm glad I could say that I tried coaching. That's how it went. And, I mean, I'm proud of myself for maintaining my cool. I'm proud of myself for that. You know, I was putting out fires, you know, for a couple of weeks in a row. You know what I'm saying? Like, them parents was off the hook. And I'm going to be honest with you, like, that's not the kind of parent I want to be. I don't want to be like that with my kids. Like, I'm not going to be running out on the court. I'm not going to be getting in nobody's face. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a valuable lesson that I learned. And honestly, you could tell, like, the parents that were going off, you could tell, like, they had athletic backgrounds, whether they played sports or coached themselves, I don't know. But, you know, they wanted things done a certain way. And I'm just thinking, like, why don't y'all get out here and coach them? Like, for real, I'm not even trying to be smart. Like, if you since you know so much, like, you should get out here and coach. But anyway, I had a good time with the kids. When it was just me and the kids practicing on Thursdays, we had a good time. We did. We made up our own handshakes. We danced, we would sing and all kind of stuff. So I enjoyed the kids. The kids were a pleasure. It was the parents that were a problem. So, you know, the kids always listened to everything that I had to say. They respected me. They, you know, it wasn't like they looked to their parents like, oh, should I do what Coach Rhonda's doing? They would automatically do whatever it was that I asked them to do. And so, yeah, the kids weren't the problem. It was the parents. But So yeah, y'all, that one time that I was a coach, I'm full. You know why? Because I done waited all day to eat. But this is a delicious meal. I'm excited. I'm glad that I got me some leftovers. I'm about to go ahead and pop this in the refrigerator so I can warm it up tomorrow. But I appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And I will meet y'all in the comments. Be good to yourself. Peace. I be beaming, I be booming.